Hello, 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 everyone. I'm just getting up my YouTube streams. All right, let's do this shit, shall we? Hi, Ray. How is everyone doing this evening? I'm so happy to see y'all. Just waiting. Okay, we are live on both. Great. Hello. Hi, everyone. Howdy. Oh my gosh. I would love to get this shit done. Do you want to get this shit done? I want to get this shit done. But it's got to be done right. I would like to get this shit done. So much so that I've marked this up another 10 bucks for the Shameless Fund, so 50 now if I can beat this damn thing. I'm gonna motivate myself. More charity money. All right, $50 if I can finish this thing for Shameless Fund. Let's do this. I gotta warm up. Yeah? This is basically in my grasp, yeah. Yeah, I would say so. All freshly showered. I don't know why I sweat a lot when I stream. I was even only hosting. I just must sweat excessively or something. I need to shower often as a result. Yep. But yeah, Ray, Blue Thunder, Cat, nice to see y'all. Thanks for being here. Jeez, Pika, you scared the shit out of me. I thought you were like, guess who was in your GDQ stream? And I was gonna be like, what? No. I gotta wipe my glasses, jeez. These are steamy, probably from when I left him in the room in the shower. You scared me for a sec, Pika. It's okay. I did put a... Pika, you're in my notification squad, right? I do tag that when I'm on GDQ as well. Oh, happy birthday! Aw, I did not know that. I forgot. Well, I'm glad you reminded me. I would have felt like crap if I didn't wish you a happy birthday. Ah. Oh, I'm not done wiping these yet, so guess what? I gotta do 1-4 without my glasses. That's fine. What could possibly go wrong? Nope. That would be why I probably need my glasses. Give me a sec. They're not only sexy, they're functional. Give me a sec. It was a nice warm-up anyways. There we go. That's better. Hello! My gosh, we got some people on YouTube. What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome. Hey, Alda. How are you doing? But yeah, it's nice to meet both of y'all. Thanks for... Oops, I do not want to be Mario. I do not want to be Mario. This is not a Mario. This is Luigi. Pika, you don't have to apologize for not being at my show, and doubly not as much, especially it was your birthday. Come on now. But yeah, how y'all doing over there in YouTube land? It's nice to meet you. If you have any questions for myself or about the stream, please let me know. I'm looking at 3 chats at the same time, so if you see me talking to people that aren't there, I also have a Twitch. But I'm trying to expand on YouTube, so I'm glad people are finding me through there. Hey, Biggie. I know, I saw him. I saw him, he was out during my show. I felt bad, I had to have Richard whack someone during my show. It was only one hater, but still, I don't want any haters during my GDQ show. Brax for being mean tonight? Yeah, that's the season. Hey, Ray. That's right, Hyper. That's right. I also know because of Taskmaster, I now know the British way to flip the bird as well, too. Which honestly is a good thing to know because it's like a backwards peace symbol or something like that, but you have to like flip your hand in a certain way. Look at me, I'm already learning Britishisms for next year. I may have to go regardless of whether or not I get those play tickets. I kind of really want to go to the UK now. I'm officially in my UK era. But yeah, thanks for being here. I know it's not always easy to be here because it's late. Yeah, I think they're slightly more curved. But who says that some people in Britain would have the nuance to know that, you know? It's good to know in either direction, you know? But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good evening. For some reason, today was one of those days where I was really sleepy. I slept through a lot of today. I still, like, did the stuff I needed to do, but, like, I was very sleepy today. Which is probably for the best. I'm gonna have to be on a slightly different sleep schedule on my way so I don't sleep through all my time off. Most people don't, you know, function at the hours I would, so... Hyper, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sorry. You know we're here for you, bud. That's what we're here for. Oh, really? I didn't know you had one of those, Hyper. Yeah, I think I deleted my one, but I don't think I'd want to revisit it right now, even if I wanted to, for many reasons. I found out my favorite, you know, the person who I looked up to, like, throughout my youth, like, one of my favorite Survivor players, I found out was a piece of shit today, so that kind of sucked. I think I'm just going to keep Alan Cumming and Jonathan Bailey as my guiding lights. I know I can't go wrong with those two. Sigh. I guess Christian, too, is still a good Survivor worth rooting for, but still. You know, you look up to somebody for a lot of your childhood for being just a badass lady, and then she ends up being a piece of shit, you know? You hate to see it. I think it's worth meeting the head of the Shameless Fund, Biggie. Come on, I don't think I can go wrong there. I was talking to Richard about it. Richard's like, you realize that person's a piece of crap, and I'm like, oh, really? So, fuck. I Googled her name because I hadn't, like, seen her in the news in a while, and the first thing that comes up is just the most horrible thing, and I'm like, what the literal piss? Yeah, no kidding. That's all right. I got my Bridgerton peeps. That's good enough. Well, I haven't met anybody yet. I'd like to, though. But no, I haven't met anybody yet. I just found out one of the 3 people I was rooting out for on Survivor turned out to not be a good person, and it was kind of a bummer. Yeah. I just hope no one's ever thought that made me, because, like, damn. I could not imagine that shock of, like, looking up to somebody and then, like, that's just the shit, and it's like, oh, that kind of blows. Yep, I can't stand fish. Let's feed them to the possums instead, right? All right, I was just goofing off there. That's true. That's kind of the scary thing, right? You're not, all watching me through, like, a vacuum of nothing but interviews, you know? I can actually interact with y'all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. I'll tell y'all what's not a good idea right now. Do not be on, like, social media for too long. Holy shit, has doom scrolling really... Like, I'm not still as much into the bad habit as I was before, but it is so easy to get into doom scrolling right now, and I just would not... Ba-ba-bum. Oh, I didn't know you were already very close to that, Hyper. Hi, Mike. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you for being on both YouTube and Twitch, by the way. Anyone who's pulling both if they can, thank you. That's a big help. Still trying to grow that YouTube audience. Well, to be fair, Kat, this was someone I looked up to in the early 2000s before social media was really a thing, you know? So it's not like I really checked in on them, you know? But I sure will now. But yeah, we have to hold each other accountable, chat. Like, it's good to know what's going on, but we need to hold each other accountable, make sure we don't doom scroll. Does that seem like a good idea? Only know what you need to know. Don't doom scroll. It doesn't help out anybody. Instead, think about the things you can do to help out somebody, whether it's like via donating to charity or, you know, reposting somebody's good ideas, cheering somebody on in a Twitch channel or Discord server. There are so many better ways to interact, you know? I can't control all the shit that's going on out there, but I can, you know, dedicate my stream to good, and that's what I've done this year. I did this because I want to make a difference about stuff I care very passionately about, because shit sucks. I mean, that's not a terrible idea, Pika, to set like a timer or something. I actually think that's a pretty good idea. Yeah, this has been like a year of like me getting rid of bad habits, you know? Doom scrolling is definitely a bad habit I've been trying to get rid of. I can't stop my mind from racing at night, but I've at least taken steps. Now it just has to actually work. Kat, did you find me through Brossentia? Hi, J-Bro, how you doing? Thanks for streaking. I think one of the biggest things, I mean, for better or for worse, you know, because I know it's definitely like a trade-off in either direction. You gonna get up there? Thank you. Is you know, this was maybe more so about maybe over 5 years ago, 5 years or so ago. I was one of those people where I stopped, where I was really afraid of people for leaving me with whatever opinion I had, even if it was like a correct one, you know? I stopped caring. Can't be neutral about everything, you know? It's very hard, Hyper. Because, like, for example, like, I can lose funding, I can lose viewership, you know, if I take a stand or I care about something. But it's like, do I really want those people in my life or in my community anyways, even if it is a little harder to grow because I'm, you know, cutting off people? You know. But I gotta be myself. I gotta stop not being myself. I mean, there was very clearly a stretch of time where I was not myself on stream. I'm still trying to learn how to come out of my shell, but I finally feel like this year I turned a corner and I'm finally more myself on stream. And it's as clear as night and day. It is as absolutely clear as night and day that I'm very much more myself this year than any other year. I was very much trying to be someone who I wasn't. And what kind of example am I setting for everybody else, you know? I had to stop with that, and I had to stop with the self-loathing. The self-loathing was definitely something that took me time, though. That's not easy. And it's weird, because I always seem to have love for, you know, everyone but myself. You know, I never left enough for myself, and I feel like that's something that doesn't get discussed enough. I feel like most people like me loved everybody first and then left nothing for themselves, and it's like, well, how can I take care of everybody else if I don't have love for myself? That's kind of when I started to like turn a corner. It's kind of sad it took me over 35 years to realize that, but you know, I guess you can never be too late. Hey, Dias, how you doing? Yeah, no kidding. Indeed. No Lakitu, no. Alright, cool. It took me a while, partially because I'm a results-oriented person and I kept, like, going for these really freaking hard goals and not accomplishing them and then wondering why I disliked myself. It's like, well, damn, Sky, if you keep setting these freaking goalposts too far apart, no wonder why you're going through that, you know? Easier said than done, but, you know. At least figuring out the problem is on the way to solving a problem. And don't get me wrong, I still got my bad days. I still got my bad days where I'm like, shit sucks. It was like, I know I had like the St. Jude campaigns also, for example, for a while, but like, you know, that was only like for a time or two out of the year. And I always wondered, like, if I did something, I have a hair in my eye. This is really bad. If I constantly kind of have charity in the background, is there going to be any left for me to pay my bills? And I was like, yeah, of course. I'm finding that out this year. That fear was completely irrelevant. You can still raise money for charity and still have enough to live on. So that was also something I had wanted to do for a while, but it really had to take a charity that I 100% wanted to give my whole heart to. And, you know, that's how I found Shameless Fund. Because I very much do believe everything they're going through. You know, as someone who's finding out, you know, my identity very late in life, helping to raise funds for a group that's going to give it to the right causes, that's going to help raise money for elderly LGBTQ+, like, it's a thing, you know? Oh yeah, I've been doing that for about a year myself, Kat. And I'm hoping that, you know, maybe the one thing I want to accomplish tonight, maybe it's not finishing this run. Maybe the one thing I do want to accomplish tonight is maybe someone's listening to what I'm saying and they're like, you know what, I don't love myself enough, or you know what, I have been holding myself back, or I've been too hard on myself. Like, I'm hoping somebody out there needed to hear this tonight, because again, I didn't find out most of these hard lessons until I'm in my mid to late 30s, and I don't want that to be for anybody else. I don't know how many more years I have to live. Nobody does. When they talk about love, you know, destroying hate, part of that is destroying the hate within yourself so you can love people, you know, including yourself. That's part of the process that I feel like people don't address enough. But, you know, this year, even despite all the hard stuff going on, despite everything difficult that's going on out there, there's no reason why I can't help out people, do something about it, and make this one of the best years I've lived, even if I can't control all the shit things happening out there, you know? And just do my part and just try to love people. Maybe if I finally have good role models. I mean, I'm sure that's part of it. I think a lot of people underestimate how important it is to look up to someone, and I learned this today, how important it is to look up to someone that's not a piece of shit, you know? Yeah, maybe someone who I looked up to in my childhood ended up sucking, but look at all these awesome role models I have in front of me right now, you know? Like, I'm not gonna let that unfortunate circumstance, like, stop my love for the people who I already have established so much of a connection to, even if they don't know who I am. And you can think, like, Sky, how do you establish a connection to someone who you don't know? Someone who's, you know, you're a complete stranger to. Follow their good example. You don't have to know somebody, like, personally to, You don't have to know somebody personally to, like, still have them be your role model and be a good example, right? Like, yeah, it'd be cool to meet them and maybe one day, but, like, that's okay. It doesn't have to be that way. Just follow their good example and just, you know, kind of be the way that they're kind of teaching you to be. And one day maybe it'll happen, you know? But yeah, it is important to have good role models, you know, because we ourselves are not perfect people, nowhere close. But if we can take our, you know, hardships and our wrongdoings and kind of learn from somebody else, well, then you're kind of taking their lessons and then you're learning like a better example that way. Because again, we can't expect to figure it out all on our own, you know? Yeah, it could be fictional too, that's true. For safety reasons, you know, I cannot explicitly state how I'm neurodivergent, y'all. But if you, I mean, I'm not saying to assume, mind you, but if you kind of watch my stream long enough, it's no secret that I'm not neurotypical. Yeah, I am neurodivergent. So, like, I can't speak directly about terms and stuff again because of my safety here in my country, but I can at least give my perspective on what I go through every day with it, you know? I'm sure most of you out there who have watched me for even 6 months know, though, that I'm not neurotypical. That shouldn't really be a secret, per se. Hey, Bob. I'm okay with that. I am comfortable and okay with who I am. I'm comfortable with knowing I process things in relationships very differently. I process interactions very differently. I'm comfortable with that. I'm learning how to interact with people better. Come on. Yeah, sure, Mike. I would love to hear that. Okay, can these two bloopers... My thumb is getting tired. Can you move your asses along? Thank you. All right, I still struggle with that, and I get help with that. I get help with that every damn day of my life. All right, I gotta focus here just for a second here. Piss. I'm tired of having a fish's eyes up my butthole. Boo. Boo. I hate 6-3. I mean, maybe Biggie, sure, but that's fine. I don't mind stir runs when we're having good conversations here. No, I see them. It's hard for me to read through some of the longer posts while I'm doing some of this. Oh, that's awesome, Mike. I'm proud of you. I did crowd control at one point. It's just a very, no offense to the folks at crowd control. I actually am friends with the people who own crowd control, but it's a little technologically sophisticated. It goes over my head, and I really can't use it to raise money for Shameless Fund. And you all know me, unless I'm in a rut, I really don't raise money for myself. Or at least, you know, I have to be in real deep shit to do that. So that's why I'm not using crowd control. Like, I know it looks cool, but there's other ways we can raise money for charity. Yeah, so do I, Cat. Yeah, take care, boy. Yeah, I know it's late. I had to work my second job today. I seem to want to work on my stream more than anything. I'll tell you all what I'm struggling with right now. I know I'm still going through some, like, fundamental changes just with everything going on with me right now. And I don't know if I lost interest in some things that I used to do or what. But lately I've kind of been fixated on just wanting to work on my stream, wanting to work on social media. Like, I can play WoW for a little bit at a time, but I don't know if it's like because a new thing started in WoW. While that's exciting, I'm having like issues power leveling right now, but like I've kind of lost interest in some of the stuff I used to do. I've talked about this with Magic too. It's the same idea. I still think I want a WoW raid. I just, maybe I'm burnt out on it or something. But lately, all I've wanted to do is work on my stream and just continue to grow my stream, because the more I grow my stream, the more stuff I can do for charity, you know? So it's kind of like, that's something that I have felt to be very important to myself right now. And yes, I know I can't solve the world's problems with my stream, but I want to do as good of a job as I can, you know? Yeah, why? Hey, Biggie, this possum's eating at the dinner table. Aw. What a baby. Biggie, I thought that said this is a good piss, and I was about to start laughing, because that's kind of funny, actually. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna see Mel's dog on Friday. We're leaving Friday morning to go see my sister and then go hang out with Mel after for a few days. Be gone about a week in total. And I'll miss y'all, but again, like, I should have daily shorts still on all my social media, and there should be posts still. The only thing that will change is I won't, you know, I won't be streaming that week, but that's okay. That kind of thing helps out with burnout. New York is not still covered in snow. No, as a matter of fact, when I'm there, it's supposed to be in the 60s the whole time. And I'm only gonna be in New York for like 3 days. The rest of the time I'm spending in DC. So most of my week will be, well, roughly it's gonna be half and half. I'll be in New York for half my time away and then I'll be in DC for the other half. Okay, are you all gonna like move or do I need to move myself? It's looking like I need to move. Oh, go eat my butt. But no, New York is not. I'm not even covered in snow anymore, Pika. The snow's been gone here for quite a few days, and we had a lot here. How you doing, by the way, Christmas? I don't know why my glasses keep fogging up today. All right. It did help, yeah. Well, that wasn't a lot of time to do that. Jeez. Oh, the rest of the level actually wasn't that bad, though. Oh, I'll probably end up going to the Smithsonian Zoo. That's the one I really like, because there's otters there. I like to go see otters. Yeah. Well, yeah, I do have a giant 6-foot otter in my other room, but you know, the ones at the zoo are a little different from him. At least I'd like to think so. He certainly will eat sushi like an otter while we're away. That man can eat sushi like no one else I know. You don't ever want to see someone make fish disappear? That man will do it. Yeah, he loves it. Oh yeah, you can go join the otter on that one, Biggie. There's a lot to see, yeah. I will say it means a lot that all y'all are here, especially. I mean, again, I know it's late and all, and there's only going to be so long y'all be able to stay here, but I know I shouldn't let any haters get to me. But my goodness, why do people on GDQ chat got to be so mean sometimes? It was only one person, mind you, but still, like, some people stink. Can't let it get to me, though. Yeah, just one. Richard got him. Someone was saying my voice sounded so awful they needed to change the stream, and I'm like, no, come on. Get the frick out of here. I didn't even talk that much today. Yeah, I know, right? Right? It is very rude. It wasn't zipped super quickly though, because I think Richard may have been the only like mod on duty, and he was also running the stream, so like I can't say I blame him, but it still sucked. Because people suck, that's why. Some people at least. It's not gonna let me stop myself from auditioning though. I'm still gonna audition to host for SGDQ. I don't care what people think of my voice. They can think what they want to. Didn't let it bother me that much. Here I am still streaming, still having a good time, you know? All right. That's right. Yo, thanks, Christmas. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I feel like things are finally coming together like butt cheeks. I just need a run where I don't soil it pretty much now. Or where RNG doesn't completely shit on me. Take your pick. I was talking about this earlier when I started my stream. Bounty's $50 now for this run. Anyone who wants to match me or donate what they can when I get this run, that would be great. But I'm putting $50 towards Shameless if I can do this. 300 something runs, I think that deserves a $50 celebration for charity. Oh, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. We'll match? Hell yeah, let's freaking go. Yeah, anyone who does want to match me, remember, the link is !TSF. I can also put in the Discord if for some reason I get it after you go to sleep. And just, again, when you leave a note, please mention my name. It says, like, add a note. It's not the in memory of. It's like there's two of them. Just click the add a note and just, like, even if you put, like, you know, Skybilz sent me or for Skybilz or something, like, any of that's fine. Because Twitch gives us the inability to identify as a community and donate towards this. I want to make sure we can still do it in our own way, on our own terms. So it's not quite the same, but, you know, it's still going to the right place. Just want to make sure we look like a community. Yeah. Maybe they want to use that to get points. You know how people feel about their points. Miyamoto was a bit of a wild one. What can I say, you know? Yo, we got a raid! Yo, it's Kirby! Raise your dumpers! I want to see the butts in chat for Kirby. I mean that. Raise those butts in the air. That's right. Oh, give me a sec. I need to add the RNG roll. Guess who's gonna be on my next show? Guess who's gonna be on the next RNG? I got a real good one. It's Kirby! That's right! We put butts in the chat for Kirby. Hi, Kirby. Thank you so much again. Kirby's the best, but also many butts. Welcome, everyone. We are doing YOLO. We are gonna try to beat this for the Shameless Fund. On our road to $2,000 already for them. We've already raised $1,425 over the course of 2026's frickin' Podobo interrupting me. Right. I hate Podobos. All right, 325. But yes, we're raising money for an awesome cause. You don't have a buddy emote? Hyper, that might be the best reaction ever. Yeah, I got a deathless. One life. The entire game. No warps. That's why I'm 325 deep into this. Yep. Literally one life. It's not one CC like in beat 'em ups. Thanks again, Kirby. Yeah, it was 2. It was 2 for any percent. That's correct. My ending percent was quite good. Which, by the way, again, only if you have the coin. We are still looking to get more emotes via memberships on YouTube. So if you are not membershiped already on YouTube, should do it. It's $3.99 a month. Yeah, the emotes on YouTube are at least as many as I can fit on there right now, because my memberships are still new. I think we have about, like, I don't know, like 8 to 10 on there right now. Oh. So if anybody's on YouTube and they want to support, I have lowered the price down from even what Twitch would give to try to make it more affordable on YouTube. Is that the one that's on Nintendo World Championship? I don't know which one that is. But yeah, Big Head, if you gotta go to sleep soon, which I know you probably do given the time, I'll let the Discord know if I do beat this tonight. I'm not counting on it, but, you know, sillier things have happened. That way anybody who wants to match will have the opportunity to do so then. Hey, Biggie, look, there's a possum and a rack up by the peanut butter feeder. Yo, Jake, thank you so much for the 45. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. No reset run was a 1-minute world record. Wow. 3 months of ILs and strat hunting with Emmy. Oh, well, yeah. Congratulations, Kirby. That's awesome. Thanks for thinking of me again. It means a lot. Also, GG's. Thank you again, Jake. I hate that blooper in the middle of that stage. That one's just in... I should just try to jump over the whole kit and caboodle there. At least that was early on. Yeah, Gandalf's protecting the bridge. Gandalf looks hilarious up there with the rack. I hope they zoom in on that. That would be hilarious. Those two look like they're just up there having a great time together. What are these? Is that rack like, it looks like it tried to step on the possum's butt. Poor thing. It's just hungry. It's just hungry. There's no peanut butter in there, buddy. I know they can't hear me, but that's okay. Hi, Art. It's nice to see you. Meanwhile, we just have a possum sit. But yeah, Kirby, thank you again, gamer. Yeah, the only regret about being gone next week is I will miss Mario Day, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be Mario Day for me to play Mario things. Hey, Biggie, I think that might be Biscuit, one of Biscuit's in the front right now. But I'm not sure. That's a unique route. Well, I was looking at its one eye. Look at its right eye, Biggie. Possum's like, can I have a drink? Aw. By the way, we are about to come up to an ad on Twitch again. I apologize. There are some ways to ward off ads. You can either find a way to block them, you can sub, etc. But all I ask is for a little bit of patience. We're going to be in these early stages anyways. Hey, Jeffy. How are you doing? Go get up, get a drink. I assure you, I'll probably be in the 3s or 4s by the time I get back from the ad break. It's not long. As you smack code forever? Wait, what kind of code do you do, Art? What do you do? Are you like a programmer or something? Oh, that's nice, Jeffy. Are you going somewhere, or are you just big chilling at home all weekend? I'm sorry, Oth and I aren't going to be streaming. We're both going to be away too, taking a break. But, again, there will be plenty of social media while I'm gone. Plenty of social media content, so... I gotta figure out a way, the Frame Imperfect stuff hasn't been taking off as well as I want it to on social media. Either that or the Castlevania one just didn't do well. Take your pick, and people just want to see all Mario stuff. There we go. That's how you do it. All sorts of code and dev. Yeah, Oth does a lot of that too. I also like your PyLab emote. Well, that's cool, Jeffy. I hope you do well in your speedruns. We take advantage of it. Oth doesn't get a lot of time off when he teaches, so we try to absolutely make the most of our time whenever he's not teaching. Sometimes he puts up a bit of a fuss because we're away from home more often than not, especially when he's not teaching, but I spend a lot of long winter months in here, so it's good for me and him to get out because we don't really have any local friends. So unless we literally go on a trip, we don't see friends. Like, imagine that. Imagine, like, unless you go on a trip, it's mostly just you and your place. No local friends. Our nearest friends are 2 hours away, which is a 4-hour round-trip drive. So we don't get to see friends too often. Hey, Trick. We only see family twice a year. It's definitely, as much as I like living here, it is kind of lonely living here. But Oth's more of an introvert, so it works out better for him, at least. Oh, that seems cool, Art. But yeah, I'll definitely be working on the social media while I'm gone because I feel like social media has helped this channel really take off lately, and I just need to keep working at it. I need to give the people what they want. No, 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 no. Okay. Yep, not a fan of them. This rack is thirsty. Aw. Aww. Yeah, Oth doesn't like to be away for any longer than a week because he's introverted, which again, I totally understand. But Oth is very much an introvert, and I'm like somewhere between an introvert and an extrovert. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what I am. I wouldn't say, I used to be extroverted, but now I kind of feel like I'm more in between the two. Yeah. Yeah, I don't, is that the actual term for it, Jake? Because I wasn't sure. I don't like to be completely alone. One of the reasons why I think it works that I live where I live is because a lot of the time, like, my stability is to kind of be extroverted with you all, but still have my alone time with Auth. That was not a comfortable jump there for anyone who wanted to know. That was not comfortable by any stretch. So since I have Auth, you know, that helps out everything. Ambivert? I guess that makes sense, like kind of like ambidextrous. You gotta understand, ever since the plural compass incident, I've been so afraid with trying to make up words, okay? And that was years ago. So like... You have to pardon me because sometimes I'll come up with dirty words on accident, all right? Ah! My friends still don't let me forget that one. I'll never forget that. Yeah. Nice try, William. Yeah! I'll tell you something. Someone makes a, maybe not like a big donation. Someone makes like a moderate, modest-sized donation to the Shameless Fund. I'll say it. I'll say it for a donation to the Shameless Fund. Because we have no shame here, that's why. It's just like the ween thing, except that's my word. I'll only say it once. But I'll do it for charity. Someone throw down like 20 bucks and I'll do it. I have zero shame. Just make sure I will make sure though you have to mention the stream, and you cannot mention why you're doing it. I don't need someone reading that from the charity being like, what the shit, Sky? I do not want to kill you on your birthday, Pika, no. You're not allowed to die. I forbid it. Just remember, if you actually take me up on this, I don't have an alert because, thanks Twitch, we have no way of doing this. I will continue to give Twitch an earful over that. I don't care if I'm repping them or not. I'm still pissed off that they couldn't help me. Aw, Biggie! This rack on the left! Oh, or sorry, on the right. Aw. This one over by the peanut butter bowl is a little fuzzy. Aw. What a sweetheart. Do I have a way to counter to know how much? No, unfortunately, I don't. I don't know till the end of the month. Which is unfortunate. I feel so bad that I'm so close to that borderline at the end of the month, but again, how do we counter that? We get more people in the channel. We get more people in the channel. That's our best way to counteract that right now. I guarantee you now, if we double the average viewer number, we're not gonna have that problem soon. We're on our way to that. I feel confident. No, I really don't have a way of knowing. I only know like a few days before, and even then it's not very accurate. Yep, more eyeballs is our solution to a lot of things. That's why I've been really stepping up my social media game. That's one of the reasons why when folks tipped me to run advertisements on YouTube, like, that did some serious help. Every bit counts when it comes to advertising. Well, it's more you need to get more eyeballs from other people. There's no easy way for me to say that. All right. I saw something popped up there. I can't do anything right now. I need to... This stage is freaking hard, so just give me a sec. All right. There we go. Hey, Brad, how you doing? Good to see you too. Also, Demon, thanks for streaking. No, this is not turned into an Elden Ring stream. I think we got enough of those on Twitch. I gotta be more unique. Move your ass! Thank you. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That Hammer Brother scared the shit out of me. Anyways. Yeah. Sorry. I got genuinely jump scared there. Hey, Biggie! Biggie, if you're still there. Gravy. Not gravy, sorry. Biscuit. Biscuit. He's out. He's out doing biscuit things. Alright, I gotta focus here. I can't look at cute animals and do this stage at the same time. Same for the next stage. And what? First off, Dan, thank you very much for gifting that to Kirby. Second of all, what the frick did I just see? Okay, Miyamoto. Okay, whatever. Y'all ever see that one? Have you all seen? I have genuinely not seen that before. Oh, what the hell was that? I couldn't do that again if I tried. Also, thank you so much again, Dan. Sorry, I was trying to process that. I have so many clips from this damn game because this damn game can't get its shit together. No. 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 Oh, ooh, that's good. That's good. No, no, no! Not in my house! Alright. Come on, get out. Bye-bye. Thank you, drive-thru. Yeah, that's one soggy rack. Bow. Now I have to hope that another fish doesn't try to kiss my ass here. Wait, don't like that. Oh, fuck me. Yeah. That was my fault. I don't know, Dan. You got me there. I have to remember to just clear that thing. That was me not making a good decision. Okay. Well, at least a fish. Yeah, we didn't get that far for a fish to kiss my ass. That's okay. Game evidently thinks I need more practice here anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, only like the first like 30 seconds of World 7's bad. Bye, Biggie. That's a good question, Peek. I'm not sure how you change your name on YouTube either. No, so I never said 7-4 Bowser is in bed. 7-4 Bowser is kind of an ass. No, I was saying the first half of 7-1 is worse than the second half. The second half of 7-1 isn't bad if you can get the star. No, 7-4 Bowser blows. There's a reason why I've only been past it in one run so far. Well, the fact that the block clip happened underwater was also kind of weird. There is a mushroom early on in 7-4 Outa, but the problem is that if you don't do a successful duck jump, you're gonna die in a couple different places, and I am not skilled at the duck jump. And I have messed up that duck jump and fallen into a hole probably more than I've ran into Bowser, if I'm being completely honest. It got to the point where I'm like, I'd rather take my chances on Bowser than take a chance on missing the duck jump. I'm not gonna try to replicate that clip. That was freaking scary. Yeah, it's one of those jumps. It's like right at the beginning of 7-4. It's a pretty bad one. For YOLO or for speedrunning? Not very good at the reels. I don't know if you have to be good at those. So here's the thing with that. I wouldn't mind doing it at some point, but I have to wait until my stream gets bigger, and here's why. If I play a game that's kind of more unpopular, I start to lose traction. If I can about double my viewership on Twitch, and then like a bad night, it would be like a good night right now, I think I could probably do a few more unpopular games. Oh, the clip? Yeah, I don't know if I could replicate that. So yeah, the key to me having a little bit more variety on Twitch or on streaming in general is being able to broaden my audience so they'll watch whatever I play. And we've made some great strides, but I want to make more strides before I do streams that might compromise my numbers. Because again, Yu-Gi-Oh's not exactly the most, outside of Forbidden Memories, which can be popular, it's not exactly the most popular thing to do other Yu-Gi-Oh games. Otherwise, I would have been doing Falsebound Kingdom much sooner. Yo, that's sweet. We have to build more viewers like that, Pika. That's the key. We need more watch whatevers. Once we do that, we'll be in business. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It just takes time. It just takes time. There we go. That's the kind of jump I've always wanted to do there. It takes time to build up that kind of crowd. Which we're making great progress, but I want to continue to make progress before I slightly go backwards. Yeah, I mean, part of the equation is I do this full time for a living. Like, this is not a hobby for me. So the stakes for me individually are a little bit higher because I'm full time. I know this is like the most like boring, mundane thing to talk about, but it is necessary for me to be transparent with folks. Really, Kirby? Really? Do they complain about it, or? I mean, I guess that's none of my business. I mean, you make the rules on your stream, and that's totally respectable. Oh, Kirby, yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, talk about not knowing who the streamer is. Dang, Kirby, I'm sorry. You go through so much shit that you don't deserve. I find, and I don't know how many of y'all feel this way, I find, and this is a statistic I'm pulling out of my ass, but it's like the best statistic I can think of, okay? I would say if I try to unban someone 70% of the time, they're gonna cause trouble again. And I have to think it has to be 30%, you know, they're not gonna frick up. 70%, they're just gonna cause issues on a further day. I tend to not unban a ton for that reason. We kept someone in here who kept and you all know, my mods know who this is. We kept someone in here who kept getting timed out. He knew he was rubbing me the wrong way. But I was like, no, it's like, you got to give people time to reform and all that. I kept this person in my stream for about 2-3 years before we finally just banned him. It just wasn't freaking worth it. He just always had bad vibes in the stream. And it just was not worth it. He had so many chances. So at that point on, I'm like, I'm really going to be careful before I unban. And here's the thing. I listen to Oth quite a bit. You all know that, you know? We always say also why is that. I feel like I have to, when it comes to moderation on my stream, take off stuff with a grain of salt. Because he is not a marginalized, like, he's not a woman. He's not a marginalized group on the internet, you know? So I have to take some of his advice with a grain of salt. Because there are just some things, as much as I love the guy and as much as I love being with him, there are just some things he don't understand when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, Nukes, what's up? Exactly, Brad, exactly. You get it. But I got one of those. Hi, Nukes. How are you doing? Thank you, Kirby. Wow, Nukes, I just realized, what kind of stream are you doing? This is a little later than you usually run, eh? What were you doing? I mean, it's 1 hour earlier for you than me, but you know. Oh, that's awesome. I hope you're having a good time. You know, it's funnier playing that. I think Spike had one of those coming up in his SNES Mania as well. The reason why I bring that up is perhaps y'all can compare notes at some point. Yeah, like what classes you enjoy and stuff. It's always fun to have a discussion like that with someone. Yeah, it's a good one. I hope you've been enjoying your Final Fantasy wheel, Nukes. It's really cool to see you kind of going into that and having your own journey with it. That's a lot of fun. Very cool. A Poppy stream, old Poppy. Anyways, Nukes, thank you so much for thinking of me. I appreciate that. Nukes does a lot of Zelda randomizer lately, the Final Fantasy wheel, Pape Rando. Nukes had a lot of good variety on her stream. It's good. It's very comfy, too. Aw, what kind of emote is that? That's super cute, Nukes. Oh my goodness, look at that hug. That's a good hug emote. That's a good hug emote. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much. Feel free to, you know, snuggle with the doggies, get some rest. Can recommend Nukes' stream. Yee? Yeah, go have some dinner. You worked hard today. I saw you've been doing a lot of work for Breakthrough T1D as well. It's freaking awesome. Aw, thank you. Enjoy animals and food. I wish I could pet a pupper. Hey. Any kind of moderation is very important, Brett, no matter what the size of the channel. I'm sure the folks that you moderate for really appreciate what you do. I would not be where I am without my... That Potobo can eat my butt. Nope, not yet. I'm trying. If those Potobos would stop grabbing my butt without consent. That's right. These butts. Yeah, they didn't have my consent. That Potobo didn't have my consent. Maybe some people are into a fireball up their butt. I'm not one of them. That's not my thing. Oh, thank you. They are just seat warmers. I think that's a little too much of a seat warmer. Of course, you shouldn't be surprised that I'm talking about fireballs where the sun don't shine. That's a regular thing on this channel. Remember, we do not have shame here. We do not have shame here. Kind of the premise of one of the things we are raising money for this year. Thanks, Kirby. Oh, you're fine, Kirby. Don't worry. I understand the gist of what you're saying, and I know you well enough. It's fine. It's fine. I'm more pissed off at the person who had a complaint about my voice in the GDQ chat today. That's the person who can hack off. That, you're fine. Get out of here, Bowser. I have a stuffed animal, the corgi from Bridgerton, on my bed. His name's Newton. It's a very cute corgi plush. Nope. You know what, Pika? Not sorry. Jumpman, I'm sorry. My brain is processing too quickly. Pardon me. You know what, Jumpman? There was a time where I will admit I had that fault that I was like that. But then there was a certain point, Jumpman, where I'm like, that is not worth me compromising part of who I am. And again, I think I have picked the absolute perfect charity to raise money for on my stream. I think just for everything going on in my life, that's the one that speaks to my heart. So I'm doing it, you know? They were actually, the Shameless Fund was actually forming new partnerships today, actually. I posted about it in my Discord and on a couple of my social media pages. That's someone right there. And I'm talking about Jonathan Bailey, which, you know, again, no one should be surprised given everything. You know, he could be making millions more dollars on movies. I think he turned down like 2 movies this year just to raise money. If he can turn down millions of dollars to do that, I can devote, you know, a year of my stream to do that. Like, easy. No, fish, no. That was not an invitation. Yeah, eat it, fish. What am I gonna do with those cheap cheeps? I think it's one of the reasons why I've been so motivated to do this and spend a lot of my offline time trying to figure out how to up my stream and my social media game, because I now have, like, it's not just about me and my wallet anymore, right? Like, yes, it's important for me to pay my bills and all that, but, like, it's not just about me anymore. You know, it's about sending a message. It's about being there for people. Like, I very much have wanted to do more with my stream, you know? Bob, that's actually freaking amazing, and I appreciate that. Yeah, somebody complained about my voice in the GDQ chat today. They said my voice made them want to shut off the chat. And I'm like, you know, can we just go one damn week of my streaming career without me facing some kind of harassment from someone for just existing? It's like, excuse me. Excuse me for just wanting to exist on the internet. It's such a crime. First it was an IRL friend last week, now this, you know? I'm just gonna keep being me, but gosh, I wish it would stop, you know? It costs absolutely $0 to not be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? When are people gonna learn that? Okay. And I know I shouldn't let it get to me. I know there's creeps all over the internet, blah, 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 blah. It's just, you know, after this many years of my streaming career, and that still happens on a semi-regular basis, it kind of gets old, you know? And I start to turn into... Oh, what charity member? I'm raising money for the Shameless Fund. Hang on, I'll get you the website. If you do donate, please, there's like a place where you can leave a message. Please let them know, like, hey, watching Skybilz stream, part of the community, this is for you. Here. There you go. Hi, Marty. Yeah. We actually just added 2 new partners today, too, which is freaking amazing. More good places for the funds we're raising for money to go. Actually, to my knowledge, the only gamer that raises money for them. They're still a fairly new charity. They started last year. They're only about a year old as a charity. But to my knowledge, I'm the only gamer that raises money for them right now. I'm hoping to change that. Hoping to get other people inspired to raise money for them. But for right now, I don't mind being the bridge between them and the gaming community. I mean, to be fair, they don't know who I am yet. That's why I have to always put, like, the unofficial thing. But, you know? Maybe one day they'll discover that the gaming community can be cool, you know? Hey, Noble Boy, how you doing? Nice to see ya. But yeah, again, if anybody does donate to that, please let me know. And again, please leave a note saying, like, Skybilz sent me or something. It doesn't have to be some grand gesture. Just be like, you know, watching Skybilz stream, wanted to donate. And then let me know how much you donate, because we're going off the honor system here. And you don't have to send me anything. Just be like, Sky, I donated this. I put this in the message. Great. It gets added onto my total that is visible here on my Twitch stream. Yeah, I would. I acknowledge what I'm doing is exceedingly difficult, and it still might take me some time. I know if I beat this, I'm gonna donate $50 more to the Shameless Fund. Well, Brett, my community is not like that. It really... Ask my mods. It takes an absolute shithead for me to, like, want to kick their butt out my door. I try my best. I'm a lot looser than I used to be. But that doesn't mean I don't show them the door if they're, you know, being like a bigot or something like that, you know? We don't tolerate bigots here. Like, you know what? I used to have a list of rules. I have one rule. I have one rule, and it came from my partner, and he's absolutely right. Don't get banned. Don't get banned. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Brett. That's a good joke, actually. I'll take that one. I didn't want that there either. Frickin' bullet bill. No, that's fine, MV. I'm so sorry it's been a rough day for you. I wasn't being as careful around that bill as I should have been. Okay. Thanks, Jovan. The most I can do right now towards everything is use my platform to try to make things a better place for folks, you know? That's all I can do right now. Like, there's a lot of things that frustrate me outside these walls. But what I can do is to try to use the platform I have to do some good. Stream is still live. I didn't lose y'all. Because my internet's doing some kind of weird things right now. I'm here. My thing said my chat disconnected and my critter vision disconnected, and those are usually the first two things to go. I never dropped stream, though. You never saw that picture on Twitch of the person, like, in frustration. All right. Okay, good, good. That makes me feel better. Whew. Our internet looks like it shit itself for maybe a grand total of 3 seconds, so... Okay, thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. Hey! Those animals are there for emotional support, I'll have you know. There's something way more distracting I could put on that monitor than animals, all right? Yep. Yeah. It is cool to know I'm starting to build up some YouTube supporters as well, independent from Twitch, so that's kind of cool. Every community starts out with a handful of people, so if I can get my YouTube community up and running, that would be sweet. Oh, what a good dog. I love dogs. By the way, do I have any Funko Pop collectors in chat? I just figured I'd ask. Not like I'm a collector, but I have my eyes on a few Funko Pops, and I cannot find them for a reasonable price lately. I want them for my desk, and I can't find them. So if any of y'all happen to collect, like, Funkos, let me know. That would be great. They're like freaking 3 years old at this point. No, you know I'm looking for Bridgerton Funkos, Pika. You know me. Ah, that was not cool, Sky. Yo, take care, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. You know which ones I want. They're the ones from season 2, right? I would say these ones in particular have worse availability than Amiibo. According to pricecharting.com, which is what I use to gauge the price of things, the Funkos that I'm looking for should just be slightly north of 100, which is still way too much for a Funko, but I'll pay it for one of them at least. But I can't seem now to find them for under 200, which is way overpaying for a Funko. Like, I haven't paid any more than like 20 bucks for a Funko. So I'm trying to find one that's like not, you know, not in a box. Like maybe I could find one like discounted. Because I don't know, I don't think they're going to reprint them at this point. It's like, come on, somebody's hoarding them somewhere. All right, fish. That was a nasty-ass pattern. That's a good question, actually. I don't know how much it would cost for that. I'd take a 3D printed version. I just want it for my setup. I'm not trying to collect it. They already make off-brand ones. Like, I see them on Etsy sometimes, although in these ones I can't. It's just people take, like, pieces and parts of other Funko and try to, like, Frankenstein them together. But I would prefer to have the real thing if I could. Maybe, but I still want, if I can help it, I would like the real one because it would match the rest of the ones I have. Oh my gosh, that was not pleasant. Like right now, I have Benedict and Colin currently on my desk. They're freaking adorable. I would like to find even Daphne, but Daphne's not cheap right now either because she's from that same, like, series. I have the Eloise one's on my way. I found that one for $15. I recently ordered, I found a Penelope for 10, which was freaking awesome. I have a Sophie on the way for like 16, and I found an Eloise for 15. So I got all those before someone decided to do something with that. Again, I'd be willing to go up as high as 100 if I can find the ones I want. I don't even want to spend that, but... No, they didn't make a Burbrook one. He was only in Season 1, and he was not in the Season 1 ones. Has to match... Oh, hang on. Wow, I don't know how I didn't die there, but we take those. So like right here, see how I have 55 coins and now I have 335? That's how you get more 1-ups. So since I had 55 coins and my last digit of my time slot is a 5. Oh, very, very tricky, William. Yep. Well, I mean, the time's kind of... I'm not worried about the time. I just want to finish this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard about that. That is a beautiful 4-4 right there. Not the best pattern, but got past it. That was a really good 4-4. All right. Yeah? Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Nice. Yeah? Oh, hello there, Gavin. How are you doing? How are you? Did you finish Bridgerton Season 4 yet? I think you did. I think I've been paying enough attention to your videos, but... It was so good. It was so good. It was the next best season after 2. Oh yeah? Yeah, you had a good time with it? I've never played a Resident Evil game. I know of it. I just never played it. I was always like afraid of horror games, as silly as that sounds. But yeah, feel free to get some sleep. It was nice seeing you. Thanks for saying hi. One more episode, but you adore it. Same rating already for... Yeah, I mean, nothing's... For me, personally, nothing's gonna be better than 2, but, you know, that's some personal bias in there. Chat's making you overcome it. It would take a pretty hefty donation to charity for me to overcome anything like that. If we got the shameless funds, if our total up to 10,000, maybe, but someone would really have to want it. No. Okay. But yeah, I'm in my personal brand of hell with this game because I'm trying to beat this game without dying, and I don't know how to play the game as Big Luigi, so I'm having to do most of this damageless. So I've kind of created my own fresh hell out of this 325 attempts later, you know? That's okay. We're gonna raise some money for charity doing this, so it's gonna be amazing. Come on, Bowser. Yeah, Spike, Vegeta, and I are very good friends. You're fine. Have a good evening, Gavin. Now, you know what would make me the happiest person alive this year, and I have zero control over it, which, well, actually, there's two things that would make me happy. Oh, shit. The first thing being if I could get tickets to Sunday in the Park with George. That's still gonna be freaking hard to do. The second thing is getting onto the traders. Both of those are kind of difficult, though. I'd actually be kind of afraid to go on the traders too, but like in that nervous, excited way. Both of those though are very difficult to make happen and both very much out of my control. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to squeal. This game scares the shit out of me. Yes, they're gonna start calling me Squealbilz. No, 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 no. Okay, move your ass. See the ass? I've never had them corner me like that before. Dicks. I don't think I've ever had bloopers call me into that corner before. I wouldn't say that, Brett. If you go in there with firepower, you're most likely either going to get hit by something really easily because your hitbox is huge, or you're going to end up getting sucked into the bottom of the screen because you have to go really low there and your hitbox is much bigger. So no, you're actually much better being small in those stages. You can squeeze through more things. I'm very practiced at the late game. That's how I did any percent in 2 attempts. That's about how practiced I am. It's okay. Yo, it's an otter. Hi, otter. It's an Eepy otter. Oh no, he's Eepy. Yeah, he's got a long day of work ahead of him tomorrow, but it should be his last long day of work. He's an Eepy otter? Is that what he told you all? I should snooze ads for a couple minutes. Will it let me? Yes, I will snooze ads for 5 minutes, so we don't go straight into an ad from there. Yo, Ashton, thank you so much for the 18. I appreciate that. kind of for me. It's Oz tells me to embrace it because he says if I don't get it in a night, I'm just making more content. I don't know though. This has become a rousing round of Sky v the Machine if I've ever seen one. No, I haven't seen that one. SMB3 Mix is my favorite Mario hack, but that one does seem kind of neat. One day she got I think I heard that one too. That's why I always tell people to feed them responsibly. Yeah, freaking fish. Yo, controller breakers, thank you so much for the 4. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So right now we're playing this for the Shameless Fund. I have several people who want to match me in my donation for beating this, so we'll see what we can do. We're working hard on it. But yeah, for those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Skybilz. It's wonderful to meet you all. This is my YOLO project, and we are raising money for the Shameless Fund throughout all of 2026. If you want to know more about that, exclamation point TSF to find out more. But it's an awesome charity and would highly recommend supporting them. Took 8+ years to create it, really. Well, that's something worth mentioning. I'm actually surprised the otter cut this early. I mean, I'm grateful for it, but I'm surprised he cut this early. I hope he's okay. I normally wouldn't be going this late, but I also didn't start stream until like 10:30 because I worked on GDQ hotfix tonight. You're just feeling a little bit tired? Aw, that's what they meant by EP otter. Gotcha. You still down for watching Taskmaster, or are you gonna be pretty tired by the time I'm done with stream? Again, we're going to an ad. If you don't like ads, you can either block them or you can sub to the stream. I'm kind of partial to the subbing thing because, you know, I could use support. You just, oh, okay, gotcha. That's understandable. I was feeling that way the other night when I was going for like 6+ hours. When it was all this game. I've gotten up to, did I make it to, I think I made it to 6-4. No, I got up to 7-1 and died at the beginning of 7-1. Yeah, that's my best run tonight, 7-1. I made it to 6-3 another time though and freaking got a fisheye up my ass. You know, just a day that ends in Y here at twitch.tv/Skybilz/subscribe. Alright. What do you got for me, Bowser? Yeah. You're always interested in seeing if there are games that you know are... Oh, yeah, like we did Sunshine Rando tonight. It was pretty cool. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight while we're on the ad break? What's up? Hey, Rune. I mean, that's kind of up to the games committee if I get to run. I'll be submitting stuff, though. But yeah, the games committee is ultimately the people who get to decide who gets to run and who doesn't. I'm probably gonna submit to do that, and I'll probably submit to host. Not yet. I have not tried the Sakura Cherry Red Bull yet because I haven't been able to find it as easily, and I don't want to order a whole case because they're not cheap if I haven't tried it first. I would like to try it though. Let me know how it is though. Hi, Kirby. Yeah, I don't know if I tried that one either. I tried the Baja Zero, but it didn't taste right to me. And I drink a lot of like zero sugar stuff, and it just, the Baja Zero did not taste good to me. I don't mind Pepsi Zero. That's what I've been having lately. It used to be Coke Zero for me for a while, but then like, I don't know, the Pepsi Zero started tasting better to me. So I switched to Pepsi. I just never had a sugar-free version of it. It's pretty intense though. There is a possum cleaning its little hands right now in Critter Vision Ray. It's really freaking cute. Yeah, take care, Rune. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by, gamer. I have no clue what that means, Pika. There we go. All right, we're moving. To where, I have no idea, but we're moving. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the regular flavor either, but... Yo, Sharfers! Thank you so much for the 80. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hi. Oh, you mean like the drinks that taste like somebody like drew a picture of a drink or a fruit, and it kind of tastes like somebody like put paper of the fruit into the into the drink? Like, I'll drink LaCroix if there's nothing else around. It's fine. It's just... It tastes like a memory of a drink. By the way, if you're not following on either YouTube or Twitch, you should be following. Because I said you should be. And I feel like that's a good enough reason as any. You're following on both, so do they cancel out? No. Thanks, Sharpers. I appreciate you, gamer. I cut that one a little close. Cool. We did it. Yeah. I thought that one was gonna drop for a second. Yeah. Thanks, Brett. I like bad jokes though, so it's fine. Yep. All right. Oh yeah, Oth, I clipped into a piece of coral earlier. Explain that one, Oth. That was the piece of coral I clipped myself into. Hey, no blooper here. That's kind of nice. Yep. Night, Leslie. Alright, gotta do my thing here. All right, second time pass there tonight. That was a rush, baby. All right. I'm a little salty after all that. I'm a little salty after all that. I'm a little salty that of all things a William got me there. 7-1 has been a thorn up my ass tonight. Just want the damn freaking thing. You have to wait for a 3-minute ride and it's not that fun. Yeah. I don't get it. I keep getting better at the game and the game keeps hitting back harder. Yo, thanks, Jumpman. I think I should be at 333. I know this is gonna look much better when I'm a little fresher tomorrow, but, you know, I wanted to give this a couple good attempts, get some practice in. Like, I had to die for that star then, too. Otherwise, it's lost in the water, and then I die in a different way later on. Like, that timing couldn't have been any more perfect on that sprite. Yep. Would like one more chance to attempt 7-1 tonight, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I do feel like I'm getting to the 6 and 7 stages more often, so like it's possible. I want to make sure I can watch Taskmaster with Oz before he has to go to sleep. Oh, very funny, Blue. Yo, take care, Ray. This will probably be my last good attempt too tonight. After a certain hour anymore, I can't focus on this shit as much. It has been cool playing Lost Levels, though, with somewhat this amount of competency. I've definitely never felt better at this game than I do right now. So that's fun. That's definitely fun to have about this game. Yeah, but YOLO giving me some of my old skills back. It's kind of nice. Oh no, I love Who's Line. I actually used to belong in an improv troupe back in my undergrad days. That we did a lot of skits, kind of like Who's Line. Probably where some of my performance aspect comes from. That's great. That's 2. Nice, nice. Oh, the game does that a lot. Still does it to me, and I know what I'm doing. This Blooper's gonna keep moving this way, that's fine. See if I can get out ahead of him. Nice. Nice. Good 3, 2. I think part of this game is you have to go into, especially into a YOLO run, you can't be afraid to fail. You just gotta go for it, you know? Hence the name of the thing being perfect for it. Yep. It's the most cheeky place to put a single Goomba there. Bye, Heaven Bro. Oh, I know, Pika, I know. Almost there. Yeah, pretty much. right, good shit. Ba, 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 ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Nope, no poison mushroom for me, please. All right. I always think that optical illusion's kind of funny. Ooh, I did not like that. That didn't feel good. Okay, 5-4. Waiting a cycle. Okay. Woo! Okay, sweet. No, you're fine, Peek. I understand. I play this very risky. I acknowledge that. All right, cool. I don't like water stages. Yeah, that's okay. We'll give it another try tomorrow. That was a really good run up till that point, though. Oh, it's only a matter of time, y'all. We're getting to World 6 and World 7 pretty consistently now. So I'm gonna give this another try tomorrow when I'm fresh. Very proud of the way I played the last 2 runs, though. Very proud of that. It's only a matter of time, I feel, still. All right, YouTube, I think this is where we part ways. Thank you so much again for all the love, and I will see you back here tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. That goes for Twitch as well. Thank you.